The most important element of advertising is not information but suggestion. These suggestions become a means for a commercial culture to indulge in every need and want. Because of the independent nature of man, advertising is viewed as an evil which forces their hand to buy. Common understanding of the advertising industry itself is that it is annoying and has negative impacts on society. While our lives are surrounded by advertisements for everything imaginable, the negative connotations and abhorrence for advertising derives from the industries of alcohol and tobacco. With the connection between advertising and these quote-unquote evil industries, the correlation of dishonesty, seediness, and deceitfulness is rooted into the mindset of society.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
When the perception of the entire advertising industry is correlated to such negative aspects of society, the industry itself is believed to be a drain on society. But why is advertising so important? Why do we need it in our lives? Why does it exist? Do we even need it at all? The main idea that gets lost in the cacophony of advertising is what good can come of it, what pure benefits advertisements can have to us as a society when used properly. So often forgotten in discussion of the advertising industry are nonprofit organizations that exist purely to help those in need. These organizations utilize advertising as often as possible in order to help spread their message. Philanthropic work and community service use advertising as a lifeblood in order to survive. And with these organizations fighting for recognition, they also fight an uphill battle against the common perception of advertising in society. Much like advertising agencies hired on by big corporations to sell their goods and services, specific advertising agencies exist purely to serve nonprofit groups. For example, the Look Agency in San Mateo was founded over 15 years ago, and since their founding, they have completed over 3,500 projects, with a majority being nonprofit clientele. In an interview with the Look Agency account managers, they explained what they stood for and why they do what they do. Like many agencies like Look, their clientele help benefit community activities such as athletic summer camps, STEM programs, overall educational services, and even environmental education. With the Look Agency being one example amongst thousands across the globe, we can see that advertising can have a purely beneficial purpose. Without advertising, nonprofit organizations would struggle to continually raise awareness. Advertising is how nonprofits grow, raise funds, and inform the public. Advertising is so often seen as an evil in many people's lives by flashing it in their faces ad after ad after ad. Simply put, people get overwhelmed, and sometimes when we get overwhelmed, it makes us angry and question why it's even there in the first place. But what gets lost is often those that need them to survive and exist to help us on a very basic level of humanity.